The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, Greg. It is the rookie from Georgia.
And this is where you really need your quarterback, Mike, to step up and not just lead your offense, but to really establish himself as the leader of this entire team. You're looking to pick up your first win. You're trying to build a little momentum to kickstart what's been a slow start to the season. Remember, another loss here today, 0-4, would all but eliminate their playoff chances. Only one team in NFL history, the 1992 San Diego Chargers, has ever made the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Well, 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. And if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Purdy now on second down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Throwing again is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Falcons offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Going right sideline and complete. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Edwards. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The connection made to Ayuk. And will mark him down up beyond the 30.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd and 6. They'll throw again with Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Putting the tight end in motion. Again in the air for Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy again. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Purdy going to put it up again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions. So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky he at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
The Falcons send their punting unit out, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The 49ers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air is Purdy. A throw on the move is caught.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the 1st down.
Down inside the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone, because it's 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. To throw, it's Purdy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now, faking the give. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack. 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, here's Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw once more, it's Purdy. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Throwing now from the... That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. That one brought in by James.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Purdy works out of the pistol. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Here's a run. A short game. Down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. Purdy to throw. And he'll take it on in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, San Francisco. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
The extra point is good. And the 49ers extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Inside the 30. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 4. It is 14-10. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Throwing again is Purdy. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Purdy gonna put it up again. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, 49ers.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
A tight end in motion now. Back to the air is Purdy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Another try with Brooks. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's going to have a Niners first down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. They'll go play action with Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. 2nd and goal. Throwing is Purdy. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of the company.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive.
And he's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers are out to a 21-10 lead.
Falcons 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
One of the tight ends in motion right. We'll go once more with Brooks. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Purdy now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll run with Brooks. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
That one is good. And the 49ers are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down. And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
A first down throw for Purdy. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy going for it all. And that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. And even 30 yards.
Every team understands the value of generating explosive plays, but there's a flip side. The quarterback can only hold the ball so long with how good these teams are rushing the passer. So when you can check the ball down short and gain all the yards after the catch, man, what a weapon for an offense.
Again in the air for Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Back to the air again is Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And the 49ers are looking at a first and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. They'll throw again with Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Makes the score Niners 31, Falcons 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Blitz coming. He'll throw in trouble, and down he goes. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go,
that's over the middle and intercepted. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll go play action. Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Browns that have the lead in the second quarter. Jalen Wrights with a touchdown run. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati, Ohio to check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Tua Tagovailoa, a touchdown pass in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
There's that man again. Another catch. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain. On the zone read, it's a give to Brooks. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll motion a tight end right. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Back to the air once more on second down. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. They'll look to throw yet again. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll throw out of the gun. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
There's still a long way to go here, but in the second half, when you can defend this lead, man, pass rushers come to play. This is where you can close it out. Pin your ears back. Go get the quarterback. And after that last sack bringing up 4th down, this offense to decide, is this a risk they're willing to take by staying on the field?
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The 49ers offense ready to take over once again. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air. And with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Caught. This is Ayuk. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, 49ers.
Purdy works out of the pistol. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. Brooks, first down and then some. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
2nd and 7. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down.
The 40-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, San Francisco.
A run with Brooks. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. He gets free. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
Moody's extra point is good, and the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's going to be a little short of the first down there. He's up to the 45-yard line. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Purdy. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Purdy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw once more, it's Purdy. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
A short game, down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the gun, it's Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. They extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number 1. And I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better than that.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. They'll look to throw again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. They'll look to throw. This one complete right side. Now, Kyle Shanahan not happy with that last call, and he's going to put out that red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. The Niners offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And it's looking like 4-0 might be in the cards. Looking to finish off a perfect September as they're going to start this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it right here with Brooks. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. His 11th grab of the game. And a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Purdy now on second down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A 28-yard gain. First down, San Francisco.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Purdy works out of the pistol. That is brought in at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, San Francisco. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, They know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They finish off the first month of the season perfect, as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.